Do I have any advice for you? And I think that is spectacular. Dermatology is a great specialty in medicine, but it is a long road and you need to work hard. You need to study, you need to stay in school, you need to be persistent and have a drive and really be passionate about what you do. So to become a board-certified dermatologist, I went to a university for 4 years. That's after high school, 4 years of college or university. And then beyond that, you apply to medical school. Medical school is usually 4 years, and you have to take some special tests called the MCAT to qualify and get a certain score, and you apply to medical school. You get into medical school, and then you have like the world open to what kind of specialty you want to be in medicine. So around the 3rd year or so is when you really kind of decide what specialty you want to get into, and you apply for that specialty. You go on interviews and you try to match into that specific residency. So residency is when you actually finish medical school and then you have to specifically train in whatever specialty it would be. You can go into internal medicine, you can go into family practice, you could be an orthopedic surgeon, you could be a cardiothoracic surgeon, ophthalmologist, a radiologist. All of these are different specialties within medicine. And so I went into dermatology. Dermatology residency is a very competitive residency. In fact, it's probably the most competitive that there is around because there are very few positions and they're really highly sought after. But it's also very interesting and you can do so many things in it. You can become a surgeon, which is what I like to do. You could just see pediatric patients. You could just see elderly patients. You could do immunology. You could do lab work. There's just so many ways, so many avenues or specialties you can become an expert at within dermatology. Dermatology is a 4-year residency. So after medical school, if you get into dermatology, it is 4 years. You do an initial year of transitional medicine, it's called. And then after that, then we get into our real dermatology residency, which is 3 years long. And during that time, we are studying all the textbooks. We are reading everything about dermatology. We are, seeing our own patients, but under the watchful eye of our dermatologists in the dermatology program. So this is where we're really learning how to be dermatologists. And we are already physicians. We already have that degree from medical school, but we have not specialized in dermatology until we finish those 4 years, and then we have to take the boards and we have to study for that. And additionally, I did a year of fellowship, which was like a more specialized training, which you don't have to do to become a dermatologist. And the fellowship was in cosmetic, laser, and Mohs surgery, which taught me even more in detail about how to do hair transplants, how to do lower face facelifts, how to do upper and lower eye lifts, how to do liposuction, how to do Mohs micrographic surgery. So I added all these things to my practice, really. So after you graduate from your dermatology residency and you've taken your boards and you're a board certified dermatologist, this is when you decide what you want to do with this. Do you want to work in a group with a bunch of other dermatologists in a private practice? Do you want to work for a big group like a hospital and you're the dermatologist on staff there? Do you want to work for yourself, or do you want to be employed by a big corporation or a big practice? And so all these things come into mind. So by the time I finished all my schooling, I was 33. That was a long time and a long road to become a dermatologist. So you have to be dedicated. I love that so many of you are getting motivated and you want to be dermatologists, and I think that's wonderful. And if you have the passion, go for it. But I'm just trying to give it to you realistically. It is not an easy road. It is a difficult specialty to get into. And I think all of us dermatologists feel really lucky to be dermatologists.